What's going on, everybody? Ian Jenkins, owner of the Freak Athlete Protocol here with one of our athletes who's been crushing it lately. So, dude, we're just gonna highlight some of your progress in the program thus far. And all I gotta say is thank you for joining and busting your butt while you've been in the program. You've definitely have seen some pretty insane increases since you've been a part of the program. So, thank you. Go ahead and introduce yourself, my man.
My name's Chase Nini, class of 2026. I play shortstop, third, and I'm a right-handed pitcher.
Let's
You know,
go. Dude does it all. Dude does it all. All right, man. So let's go ahead and dive into it. So this question is for you and your dad. What kind of fears, concerns, or doubts did you guys have before joining a program like this?
for me, I think it was, how it would work, being an online
Hmm.
program, how everybody would reach out to each other and if it would bring me to where I wanted, because I
Hmm.
know hands-on is easier for a lot of people, but,
Hmm.
training is definitely a good step to get where you want,
Yeah,
for myself.
absolutely. From the parents' perspective, Dad, what kind of fears or concerns did you have?
Um, my concerns were there were no hands-on, somebody being right next to him,
Hmm.
showing him what he was doing right, what he needed to work on. That was
Yeah,
my major
abs
concern was for that.
absolutely, absolutely. And what kind of convinced you guys to take the leap of faith to join the program?
And
Um,
he liked everything you had to offer when he saw your videos on TikTok, I believe.
yeah, it was the social media platforms. I saw, Ian Jenkins hitting. I was like,
Hmm.
okay, what's he have to offer? And I saw everything,
Hmm.
great swings,
Yeah,
all that. So it got me
good deal.
intrigued. Yeah,
Sick, bro. Sick. Sick. I put a lot of time into it, so I appreciate you saying that, man. Thank you. Thank
yeah,
you. With
sure.
that being said, let's dive into you, man. What are some of the like specific improvements you've seen in speed, power, hitting, mindset, things like that?
I think rotational power for sure.
Hmm.
I went from 78 T velo to hitting 94. You know, on the P.
That's
Yeah,
that's
so
incredible, dude. That is incredible. And how long have you been in the program?
about a month and a half going on.
That is insane. That is insane, dude. You're literally just scratching the surface as to what you're capable of. Hopefully, you can see that when you put effort in the right areas, it really, really pays off, man. That's phenomenal. So, what do you think that college coaches would see out of you now versus before?
I think my effort level has always been good, but I think I've been really putting it to the floor. I'm
Hmm.
putting in everything I've had this past year now, and especially being in the program is taking me to
Hmm.
that next step.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So, Dad, I got a question for you. How did you react when you had these huge increases? I mean, if I'm doing my math correctly, I'm not the greatest when it comes to math, but 16 miles per hour in a month and a half is ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm kind of speechless. I'm like, are you sure you better check that radar gun again? But I was with him a few times where it was like, wow, you've made a lot of progress and everything that
Hmm.
you're working for is coming to fruition. So
Yeah, it's
got to keep
phenomenal,
doing
man.
it. Yep.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And moving on to my next question, it's perfect. I got to keep doing it. What kind of motivates you to be consistent, man?
Um, Having that goal, my goal is the end goal is being the MLB, get drafted, but right now
Hmm.
the get offers to play college
Yeah,
baseball, and I think having that in the back of my mind is like you gotta go work, you gotta put in the work to do it, and that's what I've been doing. You know,
absolutely, man. Absolutely, man. What kind of like non-athletic lessons have you learned since being in the program?
I think my mindset has changed a lot. Like
Hmm.
I've failed a couple of times to be honest.
Hmm.
I wanted to stop, but
Hmm.
I was like no, I can't. So I got right back to it. So I think that
Hmm.
extra drive in my mindset has really changed since before, and
Yeah, absolutely, dude. That is phenomenal. That's phenomenal. So how do you feel like this has impacted you on the field?
um I think it gave me a lot of athleticism.
Hmm.
It made me quicker, faster, stronger. You know,
Hmm.
better for like all my positions that I play,
Yeah.
and it makes me like versatile for everything. So that's
Yeah.
really helpful for sure.
100%, dude. 100%. Good deal. So, like I said, I wasn't going to take up too much of you guys' time, but I have one more question to ask, and Dad would love your input on this as well. So, a lot of parents out there are just afraid that like online programs in general are a scam, but specifically when it comes to this program, they have fears around it being a scam and like not being worth the investment. What would you guys have to say to those parents?
I would say try it, do it. You know, like when you get a program like this, having a connection with Noah Campbell and you, Bill, and the trainer, it's
Hmm.
very helpful to have a bunch of people to
Yeah.
talk to that can be in your corner and help you out through the journey. So for sure.
Yeah. Absolutely. Dad, what do you have to say about that?
I would agree with that. I was skeptical at first, like I said in the beginning, that
Hmm.
I prefer somebody to be next to him to see what he's doing. But with everything that he's been doing for the past couple months, and you guys are right there for him to talk to, I mean, I would recommend this to anyone and everyone if they wanted
Yeah.
to take that next step for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, hey, I appreciate you guys. Thank you for trusting the process. Thank you for busting your butt. Thank you for taking the leap of faith, man. I just want you to understand that everything, all the results that you've seen so far is just a symptom or a side effect of your hard work, bro. Like that's where it comes from. Your hard work and commitment to this thing drives the ship, and that's the thing that got you to 16 miles per hour in a month and a half, man. So kudos to you. Like I said, you just scratched the surface. Keep it up, bro. As you can see, bro, you get out what you put in, man. If you continue to put in what you've been, I think the sky's the limit for you, man. I'm looking forward to seeing some more of your success.
Sir, thank you. I appreciate it very much.
Good deal.